Hello, everyone on YouTube. This is Dr. Gwendolyn McClure, just hanging out in my makeshift studio here on the road in Santa Barbara, California, waiting for the studio in New York, BBM Global Network, to give me a video call so we can all get this party started. Hope you're all well. Thanks for tuning in. And here they are. Hello, this is Gwendolyn. Good. Who's this? Hi, AJ. How are you? I can't quite hear you if you're talking to me, AJ. Oh, okay. So I am already streaming live on YouTube right now. We're set up, ready to go. Alrighty. Show is starting over there right now. Just about to begin. Fly to me, dragonfly. Fly close to me, dragonfly. Sing me your song. Hello, this is Dr. Gwendolyn McClure, Vocal Sound Healer Radio Show with BBM Global Network live from the studios in New York and with TuneIn Radio. Thank you so much for listening in with me tonight or listening to a replay. I am very, very grateful that you are here. And if you are listening live, please feel free to give a call over to the studios. The phone number is 855-680-9070. And if for some reason they can't hear you the first time, just call in again. This is a call-in show. I'm here to be of service to all of you, to sing to you, to speak with you, to answer your questions. So I do invite you to call in and be with me in that way. So tonight, my friends, is the 9th episode of Vocal Sound Healer Radio Show. There are a total of 16 episodes. The show runs for just under 1 hour. Every 8 minutes or so, give or take, we take a commercial break. And I'm also broadcasting this live on my Gwendolyn McClure YouTube channel. So please feel free to subscribe to that if you're interested. And here we are together for episode 9. For those of you who are wondering where I was last week, I needed to take a rain check. So here I am back. I needed to attend to my home environment, my domestic intimacy scene with my family at home in Lake Havasu. And tonight, I'm actually out on the road again in Santa Barbara, California. I'm here doing a couple of things. I'm teaching a class called Vocal Sound Healing Journey through Santa Barbara City College's Center for Lifelong Learning. If you're anywhere nearby, we have one more class in the fall term on October 17th. You are welcome to join. I'm also here giving a beautiful benefit concert this coming Saturday. If you're anywhere nearby and you're willing to travel, please come on down. My girlfriend Allison Zuber and I are presenting a beautiful benefit concert from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. this Saturday at the Zimrat Yah Shul, which is located in the Grace Lutheran Church building at 3869 State Street. It is a by donation only event, and we're raising funds for our beloved friend, Nick. And he is the recording engineer for my beautiful CD, Songs for the Earth. What a beautiful job he and his partner, Penny Little, did in crafting and mastering that CD. So I'm very grateful that you're all here with me tonight. Let's all take a deep breath in. And tonight I'm going to be talking about how we can use the voice to clear and release different emotional states, such as, just for example, fear, anger, sadness, and how we can also work using our voice to generate love and to receive that love that we're generating inside ourselves, as well as receive love from, as I've described, the great heart. Love that exists beyond us as personal individuals. So let's all take a deep breath in. I'd like to thank everyone for listening. I'd also like to take this moment to thank BBM Global Network, my producer, Tommy Shizano, and my producer tonight in the studio, AJ. I really appreciate your support. And I'm grateful that we are broadcasting thanks to the World Wide Web all over the planet tonight, right? So in some places it's already tomorrow. Some places it's already Thursday. And that's the truth. And I have friends, some of whom are awake, and one's in Italy tonight, listening. Those night owls. Ooh, ooh. Yes, so let's go ahead and take a deep breath in and allow yourself, where you're listening, to begin to drop your awareness into your heart center, connecting with your heart, activating your heart's potential for love, dropping your consciousness, your awareness also down into your abdomen, relaxing the abdominal muscles, the pelvic sphincter muscles, so you can bring that breath and fill up as though you're breathing in to a big beach ball internally that fills up as you breathe in. So I'm going to go ahead and sing a song now to kind of begin. So please breathe deeply and fully and slowly. Lord, prepare me to be a sanctuary, pure and holy, tried and true. With thanksgiving, I'll be a living sanctuary for you. Lord, prepare me to be a sanctuary, a pure and holy, tried and true. With thanksgiving, I'll be a living a sanctuary for you. With thanksgiving, I'll be a living sanctuary for you. Now take another deep breath in. Allow yourself to feel the after echoes of that song in your body. And a sigh out. Very good. Thank you very much. This is Dr. Gwendolyn McClure, Vocal Sound Healer Radio Show with BBM Global Network and TuneIn Radio. When we return, I will speak some more about how we use the voice to heal our emotions. Please stand by. Thank you. I'm better now. The first 8 minutes is always the most challenging. Oh, yeah, always. I get a little, Yeah, plus I missed last week, so I always have to get the flow going. And now that I missed a week, it's really I have to get the flow going. Flow's going. What? Yeah. I made a choice to invest my time with my partner, Tom, and my doggies. That's what was needed. Yep, that's what was needed. Yeah, I was grateful that I had been told once before by Tommy Shizano that if I ever did need it, I could play a rerun for a show. And I never thought I would take that, but sometimes things happen and sometimes we need to open up and shift the flow of life or go along with the flow of life. That has shifted and we have to allow it. 10 seconds. All right. Thank you. Hi, everybody. This is Dr. Gwendolyn McClure, Vocal Sound Healer Radio Show with BBM Global Network and TuneIn Radio. Also broadcasting live on YouTube. I'm so grateful you're with me right now live or listening to a replay. Thank you so very much for your support. And this is a live show, and I do receive live callers. I don't know what other kind of callers there would be. The phone number is 855-680-9070. So be courageous. Reach out to me. It takes courage for me to show up every show and be here with you. And so I acknowledge you that it does take courage to reach out if that feels right for you. So if any of you are listening for the first time, you don't really know about me, I am in my 26th year now of working with the modality of the human voice to bring transformation of consciousness. And I set out in August 1990 to start doing workshops and private sessions. And then in 91, I set out to enter a doctoral program in clinical psychology for the sole purpose, that was my reason for entering that program, to write my dissertation on the use of the human voice to change consciousness. So tonight's topic is about how we use the voice to work with transforming states such as fear, anger, sadness into more expanded states such as love, acceptance, forgiveness, gratitude, healing. Now, there is a debate. Some people say, well, if you're sad or if you're angry or if you're frustrated or whatever the emotional state is, that's not love, not acceptance, that you should simply shift your thoughts. And I'm sure you've heard that point of view espoused. Simply focus on shifting your thoughts. And there's validity to that. However, what I find when I'm working with people is that this is my personal opinion. This is my show, so I'm going to tell you what my personal opinion is. What works best, what's the most effective, is if we meet ourselves emotionally where we are at, right? And so, if I'm working with a client, I'm working with a group, if I meet someone right where they are. So, how can we use the voice to meet ourselves exactly where we are? And when we do that, what effect does that have? Okay. So, for example, let's take the state of anger, right? So, anger is very fiery, very intense. Dragon breath, fiery dragon breath, that's anger. Now, for some of us, being angry is very easy. It comes naturally. For others of us, anger, everyone experiences anger. Well, I don't know about everybody, right? But I'd say a good majority of people experience anger. And some people are not comfortable with it. And so just, it brings up anxiety. However, so sometimes we even have to just clear the anxiety, even to gives ourselves permission to even be with the anger, right? For many people, that's not an issue. They're very confident in a sense, being angry. Or for some people, anger, in fact, is the first, in a sense, defense. However it is that you come to the experience of anger, one of the ways you can work with it is by allowing your voice to be an expressive conduit for that anger. Now, this applies, right, to any emotional state, but we'll go ahead and we'll start with anger. And so you have to prepare yourself. In a sense, you want to get grounded, want to put your feet on the ground and take some deep breaths. Be connected inside your body. And you take that deep belly breath in and allow yourself to use your own voice to release sound. So I'm going to back away from the microphone right now and give you a demonstration. Ah! There it is. Now I can probably get a good 10 times louder than that, but you could hear some intensity, some raw rage, even if it was toned down in that expression. And when we allow our voices to release, to focus on the anger, on that emotion, and release the emotional energy through the voice, it gets cleared from our system. Now, there are often times that we need to feel into the source of it and listen to where that anger is coming from. And there's other times where just the sounding of it alone is effective and we clear it. So that there's no cookie cutter, approach to it. I'm making suggestions and communicating as clearly as I can as to different possibilities. So take some deep breaths in. We are going to go to a commercial break right now. This is Dr. Gwendolyn McClure, Vocal Sound Healer radio show with BBM Global Network and TuneIn Radio. And on the break, see if you can practice being grounded, being full in your body, breathing your heart and belly, and allowing a sound to come through, perhaps even practicing an angry sound coming through. And please stand by. We'll be right back. Thank you. All righty. Thank you, AJ. I appreciate that. Yeah, AJ is sharing that he just goes, every morning he wakes up. Yeah, well, we need to clear the pipes, so to speak. Open our voice up, and many of us keep, everything kind of together, so to speak. But vocal sound healing isn't about keeping things together. It's about falling apart consciously so that you don't have to fall apart unconsciously. And for those listening on YouTube, in my vocal sound healing journey class last Saturday, we did an exercise where I went through a series of different emotions and we all practiced releasing. And we're almost back live with BBM. Hey everyone, this is Dr. Gwendolyn McClure, Vocal Sound Healer radio show with BBM Global Network and TuneIn Radio. Before the break, I was beginning to discuss and demonstrate how to work with the human voice to release and clear emotional states. The first and foremost aspect of this is to be connected with yourself. When I say that, I mean be fully present in your body. And when I say that, I mean, tune into your heart center, Breathe there. Tune into your abdominal area. Breathe there so that your belly expands out. Tune into your pelvic floor area. Breathe there. Tune into your legs and your feet and breathe there so that you can feel yourself breathing into your feet. When you can feel yourself and out from your heart, out your shoulders to your hands and up into your brain, when you can feel yourself breathing into every cell of your body and especially down to your feet, even imagining connecting to the earth beneath you, acknowledging that the planet, our Mother Earth, this planet is the reason I'm having this radio show. It's the reason that you're doing what you're doing. So to let yourself kind of slow down and experience a sense of connection and rootedness to the planet. And when you're fully present in your body, it's what we call being grounded. Being grounded, being rooted. Now, it's very important to be grounded, be connected to your heart, belly, pelvic floor, legs, the earth, so that whenever you are working with your voice, consciously to release, that you are, in a sense, secure. Because when you truly do allow yourself to let go of control and allow yourself to use your voice to express an emotion, it's very important that you remain grounded. Why is that? Because once we, in a sense, surrender to the power of emotion that can come through the voice that is freed up, that clear channel of the throat, sometimes we don't know actually what might come out. So, as I've mentioned before, we like to do this in what's called vocalizing friendly environments. Places where you can let it all hang out. Allow certain sounds to come through. The healing process involves surrender. It involves a conscious intent. Vocal sound healing process involves a conscious intent to, yes, connect inside, relax, deep breaths, ground into the earth, open the voice, allow emotions to come through. Before the break, I demonstrated an angry sound. We could practice now a different kind of emotion, allowing an emotion of sadness to come through. And when we breathe in and at the peak of the breath, before we let out our air, allow that sadness to come through. And if we're authentically surrendering, we're moving. Yes, we've got the conscious intent to express and clear that emotion. But when we're working with vocal sound healing, however, we're dropping beyond the conscious mind. And we are saying to ourselves, I am safe now. I am grounded. I am in a vocalizing friendly environment. And now I am allowing myself to have a release. So let's practice a release of sadness. Remember a couple weeks ago, I talked about the song cry? So that moves into just witness this. And when you have the song cry, you've opened your throat and you're letting the sadness out. This kind of healing requires surrender, requires a letting go of defenses. And what assists us to let go of our control is to trust ourselves, to love ourselves, to trust that when we make sound, we're still holding a loving space for ourselves. And this is where self-love comes in. So when we're holding a space of self-love, we're opening our throats and allowing whatever the emotion is to be released, to be allowed to be cleared, felt, and expressed with a relaxed body, secure and connected to the earth. Any emotion can happen. And in my personal opinion, one of the major problems in our civilized, so-called civilized world is that we don't make enough space for allowing our emotions to be acknowledged and expressed without controlling them. So that's one of the reasons I'm here, is to help everybody both have that groundedness, have that container of self-lovingness, of acceptance, and then let go. Because most of us have, because we haven't been taught or shown how to healthily release our emotions with just free-form sound, we've repressed. And then they're kind of built up in there, folks. They're kind of pent up. So right now, we're going to take a break. This is Dr. Gwendolyn McClure, Vocal Sound Healer Radio Show with BBM Global Network and TuneIn Radio. We'll be right back. And during the break, take some deep breaths and practice releasing some emotions. Please stand by. Thank you. All right. Thank you for telling me that. I always lose track of time. Well, I appreciate you doing your job because I had no idea we were halfway through. I get lost, I just go into a world beyond linear time. Yeah. When we enter the realms of the depths of the psyche, it's not related to linear time at all. The deepest healing occurs when we free ourselves and are freed from the constraints of linear time and connect with what's real in the depths of our being and what needs attention in the depths of our being. Thank you for coming, everyone on YouTube. Let's all take a deep breath in, let out a sound. 10 seconds. Thank you, AJ. Hi, everybody. This is Dr. Gwendolyn McClure, Vocal Sound Healer Radio Show with BBM Global Network and TuneIn Radio. And before the break, I was talking about how I think, yes, in large part because of our controlled, civilized world. Yes, there's also a component of the families that we grew up in. But where did our families that we grew up in learn about how to deal with emotions? From the culture at large. And we have a very repressed, we have a lot of work cut out for us to free ourselves with love. Because we need to do it with love so that when we are then releasing our emotions, we don't burn ourselves and burn other people with our dragon breath. However, I do believe, and this is I'm sort of a leader in this arena, one of the leaders, I do believe that we need to take risks and go beyond what has been familiar and chart the uncharted waters of our psyches, of our own conscious, with love, with trust, with grounding, go to our edges and experience and use the voice to be a conduit for the free expression of whatever emotion wants to come through. I truly believe that if we do this regularly, that what we're doing is that we're opening a release valve on that built up pressure inside our psyches that has built up from the culture at large that says, oh, everyone's just got to keep it together all the time, right? And then when you do fall apart, right, how many people are there to hold you? We're in a world here where there is so much pain and isolation, because where do we go where it's safe and it's okay to release this raw, what some of us feel like sometimes is ugly, right? The gunky, ucky, icky, dark, ugly shadow. However, if we can look at it in a new way, which is that we're going to come in with love and open up the voice, then the ugly, dark, yucky, icky, scary, when it's released, transforms. We transform. So let me sing a song that's related to this. Please breathe slowly and deeply. And deep down inside of me, I've got a fight going on. Deep down inside of me, I've got a fight going on. And part of me wants to sing about the light. And part of me wants to cry, cry, cry. And deep down inside of me, I've got a fight going on. Deep down inside of me, I've got that fight going on. Part of me wants to sing about that light, sing about that light. And part of me wants to cry, 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 rage and cry. Deep down inside of me, I've got a fight going on. Deep down inside of me, sing it with me. I've got a fight going on. And part of me is able to sing about that light. Sing about the light. And part of me wants to cry, cry, cry. Can only feel that cry, 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 rage and cry. Take a deep breath in. Yes, let there be after echoes. Feel the song. And when we make space for the cry, for the rage, it's very important to make space for that with love. Now, that may seem like oxymoron. How could I make space for the cry, for the rage with love? Well, this is how. You connect consciously with your capacity as the adult to love and accept yourself. You make a commitment. You connect to the earth. You connect to your body. You say, I am committed to loving myself, to learning how to love myself, to be accepting, to receive myself with love. And whatever sounds, whatever emotions are going to emerge out of me, I commit to receive those with loving acceptance. Then you let go and you make the sounds. In that way, yes, the very best is when we are able to surrender, right? Even if it's a little bit, my friends, it's all on a continuum. It's all a journey. Even if it's just allowing yourself to make an audible sigh, right? From the smallest audible sound, a sigh, an audible sigh, to the largest release of rage or sadness or whatever the emotion is, right? As long as we're holding ourselves with love, connecting with that great heart, our creator, our beloved with a capital B, holiness, we're grounded in the earth. We stay contained. This is something our culture doesn't teach us, and most of us, our family didn't teach us. Okay, so we need to go to a commercial break now. This is Dr. Gwendolyn McClure, Vocal Sound Healer Radio Show with BBM Global Network and TuneIn Radio. Please stand by. I'll be right back. Thank you. So we have about 8 minutes, then one more break, then like 4.5 minutes. Yeah. Okay, thank you. No callers tonight, huh? So far? No. Yeah. I know. Oh, excellent. Yeah, I know. I noticed that. I noticed that one night there's 5 people and I think I was only able to take 2 or 3. And now there's none. Oh, well, it is what it is. I'm still doing what I'm here to do, right? Well, this is very powerful stuff I'm talking about tonight. Mm-hmm. I hear you. AJ says my show is the easiest to participate in as a listener, as someone who might call in. Thank you for that feedback, AJ. I wouldn't know. I appreciate that. You would, though. Ten seconds. Thank you. Hi, everybody. This is Dr. Gwendolyn McClure with BBM Global Network and TuneIn Radio. Thank you for being here with me. I really appreciate it. So we're getting into some deep stuff tonight. We're talking about how to stay grounded, how to consciously claim and connect with self-love, connect with the earth beneath you, connect with the great love, the great heart, the creator, and be an agent for your own vocal sound healing. This is very radical stuff because, as I was saying before the break, we typically haven't been shown how to do this in our modern world. Now, in indigenous cultures, this is woven into daily life and certainly in regular ceremonies, using sound, using song to release, clear, heal. And what happened in quote unquote civilized world is that there was a split between singer and audience. And it's over time, slowly, that cut us off from using our own throats, from claiming our throats, from loving our throats, from opening our throats, and experiencing the capacity to use our own vocal sounding and singing to bring ourselves healing. So it's a radical act in civilized culture to really just let yourself go and use sound, use vocal sound as a healing, clearing, expressive, releasing tool. So you become then your own anchor into the earth, your own container of love, connecting to the great love that surrounds you, and surrender and release. Right? You're opening that release valve and allowing yourself to express without censorship. It's a very powerful act, and it's an act of surrender because you're moving then beyond the conscious control into what Carl Jung would call active imagination, where your conscious mind, active imagination is when you're awake, when you're conscious, but you're connecting to the source of whatever that emotion is. And emotions, those of you who have had the experience of letting yourself feel your emotions, they have their own force. They have their own power. And so when we consciously connect with that power and allow it to be released in ways that are self-loving, accepting, it helps us heal. It's when we don't create conscious containers to release them that they overcome us at times, and we burn ourselves, we burn other people, and we don't get to really the true source of our pain. We distract, right? Even if we think sometimes we're expressing our emotions, often we're ungrounded, we're taking it out on someone else, we're really not truly releasing that buried pain. So that's what I'm up to in groups, in private sessions, is being a midwife, so to speak, of that buried pain, so we can clear ourselves and connect to the beautiful being of light that you are. So let's bring in now a song of love. Let's bring in a song of love. So I want you to, again, be aware of your heart, your abdomen, your pelvic floor, your feet. Breathe in, open, expand. Breathe in, open. I'm going to sing you a song of love to assist you to love yourself and feel secure as you take risks courageously to be your own healer and listener to your own being. Here it is. The song that's coming right now is Being of Light. And yours truly wrote this. Breathe deeply and slowly. I am a being of light. I am a being of light. Light surrounds me. Light is inside of me. You are a being of light. You are a being of light. Light surrounds you. Light is inside of you. Take a deep breath in, allowing the after echoes of that song in your body, in your system. Relax, receive the love, the light coming through my voice for you. Breathe deeply in. And now we are going to take a commercial break. This is Dr. Gwendolyn McClure, Vocal Sound Healer Radio Show with BBM Global Network and TuneIn Radio. We'll be right back. Thank you. Okay. Thank you. How's everyone doing there on YouTube? I'm feeling very, very good about the show tonight. It's very deep and very real. This is how we need to be with ourselves to affect change, true change. I think it's beautiful to do positive affirmations. And I think that when we're also deeply present inside, combining with affirmations, it's the very most effective for expanding our capacity to be fully present with ourselves as both spirits and emotional beings, and cultivates our capacity to be present to those in our lives who are important to us and their emotions. We don't have to do anything. When someone's being emotional around you, just breathe. Be loving to yourself. Come from your heart and whatever you say to them. Hi, everybody. This is Dr. Gwendolyn McClure, Vocal Sound Healer Radio Show with BBM Global Network and TuneIn Radio. Believe it or not, we have 4 minutes before our show concludes tonight. It is unbelievable to me how quickly the show goes. And I am feeling very grateful for this opportunity to be with you. I thought of something during the break that I'd like to acknowledge. I was talking about how to be present, how to use our voices to express, how to both be self-loving containing as we express and release, and how when we do that consciously, it releases tension built up. And my orientation is, clinical psychology, specifically the theory of Carl Jung. And I definitely believe, and many other of the theories believe this, that we have built up tension in our systems from traumas we've experienced in our lifetimes, and some people believe in other lifetimes too. I'm open to that concept. The point I'm trying to make here is that it is our responsibility to heal and clear that built up tension, that reservoir, so to speak, of buried pain, trauma, so that we can experience love for ourselves. And the love for ourselves assists us to experience greater and greater love, and to be grounded in self-love and expression in our lives. Now, I'd like to just take a moment to acknowledge my partner, Tom Nelly, for bearing with me over the years. We've been together over 4 years now. And because in the course of that relationship, I'm so grateful for him, because our relationship itself is a container for each of our growths. And I'm not going to speak about him, but what I can speak about in myself is that I've had times where the unconscious pain within me came out on him. I'm not proud of that. I am aware of it though. And I work like the Dickens to heal, take full responsibility, and clear. And that's what our journey has been about. For me, it's been a big part. I'm so grateful for the opportunity to have a conscious relationship with someone to assist me, to be a mirror for when I'm unconscious, so I can get back into my consciousness and be in love for myself and loving communication. Could you repeat what you said, AJ? 2 minutes. Okay. So, all right. So what wants to happen for our final time here? So, yeah, one of my key lessons I'm teaching through this Vocal Sound Healer radio show is to wake up and claim consciously that role as the adult self, and to attend to your life, to your psyche. The psyche transcends linear time. And be loving. And tonight's theme has been about using your own voice, giving yourself permission to open, to practice, to use your voice as a tool for releasing what's inside you. So practice that this week, my friends, and come back next week and call in and ask for a song or talk to me. Sometimes we dance together, sometimes we dance apart. And when the love flows on forever, my spirit flies, my spirit flies, my spirit flies, my spirit flies. This is Dr. Gwendolyn McClure, Vocal Sound Healer Radio Show with BBM Global Network and TuneIn Radio. Thank you for being with me tonight. I love you. Have a wonderful week. Take care. Thank you, AJ. Thank you for being with me. And everyone on YouTube, thank you for being with me. Thank you for being with yourself. Deep breaths. Let out a sound. Come back next week. I will. Bye-bye.